Okay, on a good higa joke, so I don't see us dirty. He does you just go no G on Dutch square and star run hot running. They tenu do garunga gari I guess yet the sort as a tank of Grako dano. Yet it is star. Simon Zagi dano, Guego Scott Neganongwe. They tenu do a guides and eagle yet the girl than a Guego or quads a day on Okosuma. They tenu do yet the sort of gunham there on the headstone they're going to go here that the Hawakwe. Yoki out again had dumped away or on headstone. Because it's Stasser and Ganungwe. Dam Dawe or on Hetzer and Asset Nigot Dardigan, Ganyaga Haga, Radinato, Ronata Aroni, Donna Riscareoge. Donna Dam Dawe or on Hetzer and Ganyaga Haga. I'm forgetting the word here for the language. How do you say to bring back the true spirit of our language?
Damdawe Ungwana.
I think it's our connection that is just
already. Yeah. We're already cut.
I'm frozen.
Edith's not frozen, just Stuart.
Sorry again, everybody. As usual, we have internet connections problems.
Longhouse has a few internet problems. I hope they'll be back.
Yeah,
The router is rebooting, so it always takes 2, 3, 4 minutes. So be patient.
Okay, so we're trying to come back.
Wow. Again.
What causes that?
I think the router thing is the like electrical plug is not going,
Okay,
probably need to be changed. But that's what I noticed last time I went. Like the power was always going off. So we used my phone most of the time that day.
okay.
It was because I use a wire like Edith, so that's the more stable one. But but it was not the internet, that the Wi-Fi that was going out. It was the power of the thing. So that's probably what's happening right now.
What's new in Quebec?
Cold. It's cold. It's a bit cold today, but it's nothing new.
I got my wood stove, so I can't, I don't even want to go any place anymore.
Yeah, but in my place, it's I keep it at like 19, 20 at the most. So when I come to the longhouse with the wood stove, it's too hot for me. I'm not used to that kind of heat.
Yeah, well, me too, but it's a nicer heat though. It's nice and dry.
Yeah. I'm coming to the longhouse next week.
Saturday or Friday?
So at least Saturday, but I'm not sure Friday. I never know how I will feel at night. So
Yay. Hello.
Who's that thing?
welcome back, Edith.
First one, yeah,
First one?
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Longhouse?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
So you were in the middle of the opening saying
Okay.
that you were looking for the word of language to bring back the spirit of the language.
All right. Well, wherever we were, I don't know where we left off or whatever. We did the opening. So, what?
You need to return.
What?
Oh, it's already recording, Elsa.
Sorry.
Okay, so we're just gonna get started. We're gonna continue in the vein of what took place today. We were involved in helping our sisters and brothers in Palestine, as you know, that everyone around the world is aware of what is taking place there, the oppression, the genocide upon a people, but yet the whole world allows this to continue. So we were at an event today to help our sisters and brothers in that. And so we're going to continue in that vein, but not to focus on any particular person or group, but just to identify what humans should do. And so to begin by identifying that, of course, everything is from the Kanienkeha perspective. So a person of the Longhouse is supposed to rise to the rise to the occasion, rise to the need when anybody, any of our sisters and brothers are in danger. So Longhouse person is supposed to rise to assist whenever anyone is in need of help. That way it can apply to really any circumstance.
Whoa.
Well, what happened here now? Hey, it looks better like that.
Okay. Okay, Yugwanu Sesrono, Ayatiri, what was that? Ayatiri, what was that? Uka, Yeri Wanuta, Gayata Genhatsera. Yugwanu Sesrono, Ayatiri, what was that? Uka, Yeri Wanuta, Gayata Genhatsera.
Yongwa no Sasarona, Ayati, what was it? Unka
Ayatiri, hold it, Stuart. Ayatiri.
Ayatiri. Ayatiri, what was it? Ayatiri, what was it? Unka Yeri Wanunta Gayada Ganha Sera.
Gayata Genhatsera.
Gayada Ganha Sera.
Yukwanun Sesrono, Ayetiri Wawase, Unka, Yeri Wanunda, Gayata Gan Hatserat.
Yungwano Sasarono, Yetiriwa Wase, Unka, Yeriwanunda, Gayata Ganhatsera.
Janet?
Iyomponun sesronun ayatiri wawase unka hieri wanunta kayata ganhatsera.
That's very good, Janet.
Elsa?
Yunquanu Serunu Ayentini Babase Unka Yeri Manuta Kayata Ganetsana.
Mark?
Yungwanu Seronu, Ayatiri Wawase, Unka Yeri Wanonta, Kayata Kanhatsera.
Yung kwanun sero no ayetiri wawaze.
Yugwanu ses, Angel, Yugwanu ses.
Yung gwanu sesrono
Mhm.
ayetiri wawaze. Onka yeri wanonta gayata ga hatsera.
Gen
Teo
hot.
Aya gen gayada gen hatsera.
Exactement. Oui.
Teo tweknuni.
Okay, what does ayatiri wawase mean?
As this to help them,
Okay.
or support.
Okay, where is there? Where is the reference to supposed to? Or is it just implied in that?
It's implied in that word, ayatiri, what was that? That is like to rise and assist.
Okay. Okay, you could take supposed out there.
And
Is
what
to
do we-
rise and assist.
Oh.
Okay, we should put that up under the first line, English. And that Gayada Gaha Zerda.
Kayat again hot, so that's in need of help.
Need of help. Yeah, I seen help in that. In as far as like power, help takes energy. It's power in Zerda. In the end of that, is that correct?
Yeah, got such stunts.
Okay. All right. Okay, so
That's like the sun, the power of the sun. Gas sat sensor.
Mm-hmm.
No? Sorry.
Yeah, it has like it's a superpower by itself.
okay, a longhouse person is to rise and assist whenever anyone is in need of help. In accordance with the 2-row wampum. And then you might as well continue writing some English after that while he's doing that either. In accordance with the 2-row wampum, we are obligated to look after all people while they are in our house. Let's write another one after that. We are never to apply anything else. Okay, so you got the other? Ready with the other, the first one?
we are breaking it in lanes. So the first one is in accordance with the Turo Wampum.
Okay, I sent that thing, I sent it to you.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Or it went to Angel.
Maybe.
Okay,
yeah.
I copied it.
Okay, thank
Do you see? Okay.
Okay, that who's working on this now? It's Angel? Jiniori Ho, the Jinio. Okay, Riho, don't leave that. And Degini de Ohade, we don't have to change that. We're pretty well, I think, used to that. Jiniore Degini de Ohade.
Seniority, senior,
Signorio.
Yeah.
senior,
Jiniori Hoda.
seniori hoda. Degini dio hade.
Signori Roda, Degani de Ohade.
Signori Hoda, Degani de Yohade.
Dinio Rihoda Degini di Yohade.
Tini. Is it me?
Yes.
Okay.
Jinio. Jinio.
Yoriona. Dignite.
Senioriota, Rioda, Tegeni Teohate.
Senioriota, Degeni de Oyahade. The order, I didn't say the order for today, so just to clarify, it's Longhouse as usual, Marie-Claude and Edith, Janet, Elsa, Mark, and me. Theo Twitnuni.
Okay, then the next one, Onyx, see, we don't have to break that. So Onyeti, Yena, what there? Okay, move that other word over. Ongwesun, we shouldn't have to break that anymore. Nona, also. Ungwanuskun. We could break it at H, at the H. Ungwanuskun. And then, yeah, we don't have to break that.
Put one F between the E and the T.
Oh, hang on. I was already engaged in this. So, where?
Between the E and the T.
The E and the T. Here?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Onyxi, Onyetiana, what's it? Ungwesun, no, Ungwanuskun, yeah,
Okay. Onexi, Onyeti, Yana was a Ongwesu, Nona, Ungwanusku, Yedero.
Onexi, Onyeti Yenawase, Ongwe Su'a, Nona, Ongwanuska, Yedero.
Onyxi, Anietiena wase, Unquesu a Nona, Unguanuskun Yetero.
Nexi. Oh, sorry.
It's your turn, Janet. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. Onexi and Yati. Oh, wait. And
Onyeti,
Onyati. Onyati. Yana wase. Yana wase.
That's good.
Onquesun a nonen onquenon skun yatiron.
That's very good.
Onixi. Anieti. Yana wase. Ungwe sua. ungwesuma, nona ongwanum, ungwanusku, yeterum.
Onexi, Anyetiyanawaze, Ungwesona, Nuna, Ungwanusco, Yeteru.
Wayagiru, could you repeat it for Harold? He just got in the meeting.
Okay. Onexi oyetiena waze ungwe sua nono ungwanusku yedero.
Go ahead, Harold.
Onyxti, Onyeti, Yona, Vase, Ongwesona, Nona, Ongwanusco, Yetero.
Onexi Onyeti Nawase, Ongwesu Nona Ongwanusco, Yedero. Teo Twet Nuni.
Okay, on the first line there, onekti, yeneti, yena was it. Okay, yena, take that out there, take that comma out, put it after the WA. Let's see that, let's try that, yena was it. Anyeti, yena was it. Does that look easier? Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yena was it.
Yonawase.
Wayagiru, can you say that word again?
Oyetiena was it.
Yena was it.
Yonawase.
That was it. Yeah, leave it there. That's the proper place to break it. Okay, what's the
We didn't do this one yet.
okay, and then go underneath, make another one in English. As 2-row wampum. Created under the Great Law of Peace. Okay, write another one.
Hang on.
It is how two opposing sides come together in peace. Can come together in peace. Oh, you don't need that S on the T. Let's keep going in English. The Kanienkeha first presented it to the Dutch.
Because Wayagiru has to still see what we are.
Oh, we can't see it?
Well, if we go down, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, now yes. What do you say? It was first presented to the Dutch? How do you write Dutch?
UTCH.
You.
D-U-T-C-H. No E. No E.
Oh.
C-H.
Okay. Dutch.
When the European first came to Turtle Island.
What else?
Today, after we left this event, we were going back to the car, and it's right in the middle of old Montreal, a tourist attraction, a lot of tourists around. And there was something happening on the street, and we weren't really cognizant of it while we were walking by. There was somebody laying on the ground. There was cops there, and there was people standing around, and they were laying on the ground in the street, but they were covered with a silver blanket. So to us, it looked like somebody was having, we thought, an epileptic seizure, because we seen that type of thing before. Anyways, we were parked maybe just 30 feet away from where this was happening. And we had stuff that we had to bring back to the car. So we brought that stuff back to the car, and I says, let's go back. I had the blanket. We're gonna go and cover them with the blanket because it was cold. Anyways, we go back there and we asked them, it was an old lady that was on the ground, and there was another old lady that had her head in her hands, and was comforting her. And we asked, we says, do you want the blanket? And there was cops standing right there too. I says, we can cover you, keep you warm. And she says, no, the blanket that the cops gave her was warm enough. And I says, well, you can put it under your head. And they said, no, everything was fine. They were waiting for the ambulance. Anyways, this is an example of people needing help. This notion or this thing about help, people needing help and people having to help. This is coming to something is happening concerning that this week. I'm sure all of you have heard in Philadelphia, there was a rape that took place on a subway, and a whole bunch of people present, and nobody helped. Nobody called the cops, but people took video of a woman getting raped, but nobody would help. And we see this thing today about this woman in the street, and everybody was just standing around, and the cops were just standing there. Really, the cops couldn't do nothing because that cops are restricted by what they can offer as help, what they can actually do. They can do a lot of things to hurt you, but to help you, they're very extremely limited. Their hands are tied. But as you know, to hurt you, they can pull out their gun anytime and shoot and kill you. But this is just to identify where we are experiencing this week something to do in that area of help. So something is happening there. In humanity, there is a shift or an adjustment that's taking place in those things that make us sit there and shut up while a woman is getting raped right in front of us in a very close quarters. Think of this, it's on a subway, a metro. So that could only be 10 feet wide at the most. you're in a very tight closed area and maybe it's 40 feet long. So maybe only people in the immediate area, not on the other side of that single car train or train car, they might not see it. But in that immediate area, everybody's gonna see it. Everybody's gonna know. Imagine if a woman was getting raped right in front of you. You're on a metro, a subway. Would you do anything? Would you just sit there? Would you take out your phone and start filming? This is what it reveals to us in this area of humanity where we must help, where we need help, where we must ask for help, or where that reciprocal exchange between society is necessary. This is breaking down. It's in dire shape right now, that all of our humanity is being squeezed, like stretched to the limits because of many other things, as you know, that are like the screws are being tightened on us in all areas, which then affects every area of our humanity. So it's very important tonight what we're talking about. I don't know, maybe you have experienced something in this area on this level, but anyways, we're gonna go through.
Janet raised her hand.
What's that?
Janet?
Yeah, we're gonna go through one or two more terms, and then we'll go back to people offering their phrase in this, in relation to help. Okay, Janet, you got something?
Yeah, it refers to your statement regarding the Dutch. The way it's stated, yeah, because the Dutch is European, it sounds like you're saying the Dutch came here in 1492, but I thought it was Columbus and the Spaniards who got here first.
Aha. Okay, yeah, everybody says that, and that's based on the education that you got in school, right? Where,
And elsewhere, school and other places.
okay, well, from our perspective, what we seen coming is not a Spaniard, not a Frenchman, not a British. We seen the European coming, because, and the fact of that is, as you know, that the European so-called royal families, the blue bloods, they are one network of criminals that control all of Europe. So if just part of Europe, say Spain, was going to do something, no, they can't do something on their own, especially something on the level of an invasion of an entire continent. That is not something that Spain or France or Britain or any of them could have done on their own. This was a conglomerated effort on behalf of all so-called European families. We're talking about the mafia of Europe. So the mafia of Europe, just like a regular mafia of today, you know, it's not going to be just mafia in your neighborhood that's going to be involved in whatever. It's got to be approved from further up. And so we know this is how the blue bloods, the criminals, the mafia of Europe works, and has worked. So when they tell their story of that, oh, it was Spaniards that came here in 1492. No, it's not true. That's a story that they want to tell, so that it can be a divided story that the European can say, oh no, that wasn't us, that was the Spaniards. The British can say, oh, that was the Spaniards. The French can say, oh, that was the British. The British can say, oh, that was the French. Each of them blaming each other. Who is it that came here? You know who came here, who I seen? I seen British, French, Spaniards. I seen everybody here, everybody. So whatever they want to tell about whoever came in at whatever time means nothing to us, because the criminal act of the mafia of Europe coming here was an act that all of them were involved in. So it does not matter, just like a hockey team, you know, if it's like saying, which one in the team crossed the line first or whatever to the other side. It's the team. It's the conglomerate. It's the team effort. So that's something we can never forget, and something that we cannot allow our minds to be conditioned to by their education. Their education is what tells us that. Our history, true story, never told us that. You know what it tells us? It was the European. It's the European. There's no separation in them. Even if any of them want to try to separate themselves from each other, to say French, British, Scottish, Spanish, they can say that all they want. Those are just names, terminology, what they identify as their countries. But don't forget, all of them all identify as Caucasian. So it doesn't matter if somebody says Spain, Europe, Britain, France. No, you know who it was? It was the Caucasian. And they are in each of those splinter groups. The Caucasian is in Spain, they are in France, they are in Europe, Britain, they're in Dutchland, wherever the Dutch come from. For us not to buy into their confusion that they instill into the people's minds. So, yeah.
With us, though, Stuart, the Oklahoma, them, they always refer to everybody from the other side of the ocean is Yohonzagayon Rono. It's people from the old country, and they don't specify nobody because they come all from that one place. It's like us. All the Oklahoma, we're all Noaragerono. We're all Turtle Islanders. Anybody that lived on this side.
So when we're talking about this process, we're talking about two-row wampum, so we know we're talking about a history already. When we're talking about that, and we identify the European or the people who came from the other side, that means everybody. That means, like Guayagero just said, who is coming here today now? That is all of these refugees or immigrants that are from the Middle East. They may not identify as white people or European, but they are all here under British rule. They're all here in so-called Canada. If they go to court, who are they going to court? Who's bringing them to court? On their court papers, who does it say? Does it say Court of Canada? No, it says them versus the Queen. So no matter what, everybody is here under that one identity. And that is like what Guayagero says. They are all clumped together. There is none of them that are any different unless they are involved in a two-row wampum relationship. If they are, then they are not classified or do not fit under that European classification or that side. So Guayagero, you know what? That word, we're going to put that word at the end, and we're going to have to make an adjustment on that word, because the way that you say it, you say the old country. Now we have to understand that when we say that, it's quite simply because the non-native people, the European, they refer to their homeland as the old country. So just think of this. If I went to Europe and they asked me, hey, where are you from? Or if I keep saying where I come from, the old country, the old country, the old country. And if I was as assertive and as aggressively assertive with my false religious beliefs upon the people there, then I would force them to say old country also. Eventually, even if I didn't force them, they'd be given the same reference just because I am saying it. So we cannot call that the old country, because the reality is that is not the old country. That is the young country. The old country implying something came first, when we're here in Turtle Island, if we say old country, then that implies that the other side of the world is older, which it is not. It is younger. So our reference cannot comply with the stupidity of the lies that they have spread around the world. So we cannot comply in saying the old country. We must say their old country. Their old country, because then that keeps it up to date, no matter if it's in the here and now or if it's 500 years from now. Their old country will always keep it up to date that those people are not from here, that this is not their country. Their country is from somewhere else.
Okay, I just want to say one more thing, actually two. Maybe then we should change the word to when in that statement. And number two, I do realize, and it is in my DNA, when I look at the non-native, whether they're Dutch, English, or what have you, I realize that they're all of a certain mindset that opposes the Uncle Hongway from Turtle Island. So I just want to make that clear that I'm not looking at it through non-native eyes. What I'm trying to get at is that the statement seemed a little confusing, and it could just be me, you know, that's all I'm trying to say. But again, I understand the principles involved between the native and the non-native. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, where is the part, you said that, man, I forget what you just said now, about the part that it should be changed or it should reflect.
The word when the European first came. And I'm just a suggestion. I'm not a linguist specialist, but I know a little bit about English, you know, I was good at it, but I could be wrong. I'm just trying to, you know, I don't know. Just
Okay,
thought.
all right, let me understand what you're saying though here. Are you saying then that in this statement that we shouldn't even put that when the European first came here?
I'm saying well, because you're referring to the Dutch, and I thought the Spanish came first, or are you saying that the Dutch were on that boat, those boats too, those first three boats?
No, okay, then this is, we're getting into history then, because don't forget, they didn't land here. But just because they didn't land here, they landed where? In Jamaica or?
Yeah, Caribbean.
Yeah, the first place they landed. This is for everybody to understand. Think of this. If something is coming a foreign object, let's just say, here's a foreign object. Remember a couple of years ago in 2017, there was a foreign object that came into our solar system. Everybody remember that? It's called a Wama, something like that. Okay, that thing they say came tumbling into our solar system like this, tumbling in, but it changed its trajectory and it even changed its speed. So we know then we're dealing with a foreign object. Completely foreign object into our solar system. Okay, so here comes this foreign object. It's made up of British people, French people, German people, Dutch people, Spaniard people. Okay, and it lands on my shoulder. Does that mean it didn't land on my foot? Does that mean it didn't land on my body? It landed on my shoulder. You see, this is the games that the non-native likes to play. And they play that game of the word game for a reason, to legitimize their existence here in Turtle Island. We can never play into their stupidity, because this is the brainwashing that when we get caught in their stupidity, which is their education, because they get educated to be stupid. That's their education. Now, if we get caught in their education, we get caught in stupidity, which means we are no longer looking at reality from the reality perspective. We're looking at the reality of what happened from a distorted perspective of somebody who wants it to be distorted. Because if the truth was known, then, rapists known to the world, exposed. Okay, so this is the reasons why. So we don't play into that game. This foreign object, which consisted of Spaniards, Frenchmen, British, they were all pirates. They were all thieving, raping murderers. That's the thing to understand. Also, is that none of them came representing their country. None of them did that. If they were representing their country, they would have women with them. They came as an invading force. And the way to understand that is to just look at the so-called Iraq War, 1990. That was all NATO, all different combined forces went into a country that had a military, the equivalent of a schoolyard bully going in and picking on a brand new baby, born baby. So that's an invasion. That's not anything on the level of military skirmish or anything. So terminologies are important that we do not buy in to the lies. So again, that object from Europe came and it landed on our, you can say, if we're looking at all of Turtle Island, so-called South and North America, we could say that landed around our hip section. Around Jamaica, that's around our hip section because it's right around the middle of North and South. So does that mean it didn't land on the body of my arm?
No, that's not what I'm saying, Stuart. I guess what you're doing is you're taking a bird's eye view of the whole history. But let me just add this. I can't imagine that we did not present the Turo wampum before the Dutch received it, but that it's not recorded, because of all the destruction and genocide. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to figure out what you're meaning. So again, I stress you're taking a bird's eye view of history.
The Turo wampum was not presented. It was not created until the Dutch, 1616. It did not exist before that.
Oh, okay. So then the peacemaker had nothing to do with that?
Oh, yes, he did. Understand what's written here is that the Turo wampum is created under the Great Law of Peace, meaning it's formulated through the Great Law of Peace. So this is where it might get complicated for some people to understand then the history of the Kanienkeha, because the history of the Kanienkeha is not isolated into the time frame in which our existence has been in human form. The Kanienkeha is the history of creation. And all of our relations, all of our interactions are just like a baby. All of its emotions, everything that it learns to do from the time it's a baby, it will keep that with that person right until the time that they die. They could be 150 years old. And motions that they've done in the first second in life will be there until their last second in life. So the Kanienkeha brings with us a collective of memories from the beginnings of the creation. That's the reason why we're the only ones left who have the creation story. And so we are not telling anybody else's story. We are not telling the white man's story. We are not looking at the white man from a bird's eye view. We're looking at the white man from how he illegally crossed the bridge of the Turo wampum. He is supposed to be on the other side. So when we look at the crossing of that bridge, it's not just one part of that bridge, it's the whole bridge it's the whole strand on that side of the bridge where there's a breach and they're all coming over. So for somebody today to say or to consider think that the history of is isolated to being just that relationship. It's not. Because the Dutch, the two-row wampum was not necessary to be made until first they got here. Remember, they were sick, they were dying. We had to heal them, bring them back to life. Hey, they got healthy. They lived with us for a few years, and then they went back on their program. What was their program? To kill, to steal, to rape, to murder. So once they continued this, which was a while after they were nursed back to health, then we started seeing this, and on the scale that we seen it, that yeah, we tried to stop it, you know, and they got into some fights, and it got into some killing, and it got turned into some war, to the point of where we realized that these people are just crazy insane, and that there is no winning against a person who's crazy insane. Because if you're going to fight against a crazy insane person, that means that you have to lose your humanity also. We were under threat of losing our humanity. So we could not continue in the same skirmishes with the European, with the other side. And so this is what we have to understand. Our knowledge of this started with the white man, and it spread over to, French, with the Dutch, with the British. It spread over to the Spaniards. This is a continuous living thread that just continuously jumps from that one to that one on that side, because they are the schizophrenic person. And the schizophrenic person never wants to be caught. So when we get close to them, automatically it jumps over to the other one. And they use their historians to do that, because then they use historians in their in court proceedings to say to tie any native person's hands up, to fall victim to, sort of like what you're falling victim to believe in their history and the way that they tell it.
Wait a second. I'm not believing their history. Don't ever say that. Don't ever say I'm believing their history. What I'm saying to you, and I retract the word bird's eye. What I'm trying to say is that you're looking at what happened from an eagle eye. Okay, meaning you're seeing the whole picture instead of getting into the specifics of exact times. That's all I'm trying to say, Stuart, but please understand, I'm not looking at this through non-native eyes. I never have.
Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, where are we at?
Okay, so here. We're never to apply to anything else.
Ja, noja nahoda ta unstu.
Und. Ta unstu. Okay. Ja, noja nahoda ta unstu.
Ja noja nahoda da jonstom.
Ja, noja nahoda da unstum.
Ja, noja nahoda da unstom.
Ya noja nahoda da unstom.
Ja noja nahoda da hunstu.
Harold, you'll just need
nahoda da unstum.
Ja noja nahoda da hunstu. Tejo tuet noni.
Neji degani deo hade. Neji degani deo hade. Gasun. Gasun gayanara sera goa.
Nancy Degani Diohade Gasu Guyana Rasila Goa. Should that be Skanagoa? Guyana Rasila Skanagoa?
No. Gayanara sera goa, and just put skona at the end.
Nedzi degani deohade garçon gayanera siragoa skana.
Netsi degeni de yoha de gasun kayanara saragoa skana.
Janet?
Oh, okay. I'm a little confused here. Nexi, Deginidio, Hade, Gasun, Guyana, Rasara, Goa, Skana.
Netsi beginning Dayoate Gasu. Gana Sera Goas Kana.
Netsi Degani, Degani de Ohate, Gansu, Guyana Rasiragoa, Skana.
Let's Gani Deo Hade Gasu, Canada Go Scholar.
Netsi degeni de ohade gasu Guyana Saragoa Skana. Teo Twatnoni.
Toniji. Toniji. We could leave that. Toniji as,
Yeah.
okay, Toniji, okay. Degajo. Toniji degajo kwave skana. Dayun eroge. Daye. Oh, it's not Daye. It's Taie. And take that first N out after the E. Okay, Daye. Break it right there. Daye. Neronge. You don't, I don't think we have to break that again. Eh? Daye neronge.
Can you say that word? Degajokwage?
Degajo kwage.
Degajokwage. Okay. All right. Tonidzi Degajokwage Skana Dayenerange.
Donitsi Degachokwage Skana Dayenerange.
Tonitsi de gajokwage skana dayenerange.
Tunitsi, Degatioka, Wage, Skana, Dayan,
Okay, let's break it.
Dayanarate.
Let's break it and daye ne. Break it there. Daye neronge. Daye neronge.
Dayan,
Daye neronge.
Dayanarate.
Here, no?
Aninsi Tegajo Wage. Tegajo Wage is Kana. Tayeneronge.
Donitsi Degacho Guage, Skana Dayenerange.
Tonitsi, Degachokwage, Skana de Daye Narange.
Tonitsi degachiokwage Skana Dayenerange. Teo Twatnoni.
Yeah.
That was the best one.
Take that out between after the NE. Yeah, put right there between the N and the K and take that other one off. Nerange. Dayenerange. 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 Can you say that word while you're there?
Daye neronge. Daye neronge.
No, that's gotta be one. You gotta Narange.
I would just break it everywhere almost because it's like dayenerange.
Daye neronge.
No. Neran. It's said too fast. Neran. There's no break there. Nerange.
Maybe the N next to the E.
That first one. Take the first one out.
This one, daye?
No, the
Put
one.
the N.
That one. Put the other one back in there, the K. Nerange. Nerange. Daye nerange. Daye nerange. Yeah, like that. Daye nerange. Okay, where are we?
Jojero, dum Dutch. Okay, wa'ati. Nigun, rayon, Waiti nigun rayon das, Waiti nigun rayon dasta, sahun, newe, sahun newe, okay. Jojero, dum Dutch. Wa'ati nigun rayon daste, Waiti nigun rayon dasta, sahun newe, no warage.
So Gerardo Dutch. Waati negun rayon daste. Sahunwe. Ano werage.
Jogerando Dutch, Wahati Nigun Rayan Dastan, Sahun Newe, Anu Warage.
Jogeranton Dutch, Wahatini Gunrayataste, Sahonewe, Anowarage.
Ando Dutch, Wadi, Nigun Ryan, Dustin, Dasta, Sahonewe, Anowarage.
Georgiano Dutch. Watini Nigun Rayon. That's the sound that way. I know what I can.
Yocherhantu, Dutch, Waati Nigoraya, Raya, Dasta, Sahunewe, Anuwarake.
Geronto, Dutch, Wa'ati Nigo, Wayon Dasu, Saun Newe, Zaun Newe, Ano Barage.
Geranton Dutch, Wahati Nigu Rayan Tastan, Sahonewe, Anuarage. Teyot with Nuni.
Okay, it was first presented to the Dutch from the European first came to Turtle Islands. Okay, this is, we'll put that word while you're here.
Stuart, instead of putting Dutch, because they were traders, like traders, take the word Dutch out and put the Hundadawis, and that means traders.
Well, that's what we're gonna put now. No, don't take that out. We're gonna put now the term that you said earlier, and we're gonna put these different classifications that we know, like that.
Okay, then I'll forget I said anything then.
So what was the word that you said earlier of how we referred to them? Everybody on that side?
Yohun Rono. Yohun. Zaga Yun. IONH. RONON. Yohun Zagayun Rono, people of the old country.
Okay, that's where we have to correct that. It's got to be people of their old country.
Okay, the English, all right. Okay. Anything else added to that or no?
Well, no, I wanted to see first how you translate, and now we're gonna see how we're gonna fit this in English then. Okay, okay, just before that, so bring that down, we're gonna put it above that. Has everyone in Turtle Island is identified as Turtle Islanders? Everyone? Wait. All of the European.
Hey, where are we?
And others that came. All referred to in the same way. Yeah. Okay, then we'll go after the last word.
Well, technically, gotta see this so we can translate it. Go down.
And that you could put that like two different lines there. As everyone, Turtle Island are all identified as Turtle Islanders, you can put all of European. Okay, the same way, we're gonna change that, are referred to as one body. As one body, referred to as one collective. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Here, Wayagerdu, this is where we're gonna get into the mind, into Gani Guri or Gani Guraksa. They're all referred to as one collective way of thinking, whatever terminology that would fit best there in Kanienkeha. Okay, you know what? After collective, put a dash, and then they all think the same way. No, a dash.
Well, as I was writing it, what I was writing was what you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it raining?
I sent it.
Yeah. Copy.
You just want to do the top line?
Yeah, it looks like we better break it in.
Yeah. There's no way you're gonna somebody's gonna remember that. Chate gana gerasirage. Chate gana. Gerasirage. Okay. Chate gana gerasirage. Then Noara. Noara gehronu.
That gay better be with a no word of gay. It better,
Okay.
yeah, put it after the gay.
Noara gehronu. Noara ge. Take the H out then. Okay, Noara gehronu. Chate gana gerasirage. Noara gehronu.
Jot de gana gerasirage, a no word of gerono.
Ja de gana gera serage ano warage rono.
Ya te gana gerasirage, ano waragerono.
Jate gana gerasarage. Anon warage ronun.
Sorry. Ya te gana gerasirage. Ano waragerono.
Jad de gana gera serage. Anu warage runo.
Ja, te gana gara sarage, ano, radage, wanu.
Tia de gana gerasirage ano warageruno. Te yotwetnuni.
Okay.
Wayagerdu, is that the first word? Ja de gana gerasirage. Is that one word or is it two words?
It's one word.
Okay.
Okay, Aguego, that stays Yohunzaga or Yohunza, Ga Yohrono, Ga Yohrono, Yohunzaga Yon. Take that H out. Yohunzaga Yohrono, okay, Aguego, Yohunzaga Yohrono, Dano, Agora. Wahunewe. That's only one word. Wahunewe. Wahunewe. Okay. Satehodi. Nigun. Take the H out. Oh no, that stays this time. Satehodi nigun rodans. That's the way. Okay, that's it. Aguego, Yohunzakayon Dano Agoro, Wahunewe, Satehodi nigun rodans.
Aguegu, Yohunta Gayo Rono, Dano Agoro, Wahunewe, Sadehodi Nigon Rodos.
Good on.
Aguego yohunsa gayon rono. Dano agora wahunewe satehodi nigun rodans.
Aguego yuhunsa gayorono, dano agora wahunewe, sadehudinigunroda.
Aguego, Yohuncha, Gayen. Man, I always have a hard time with AI. Gayon, Rono, Dano, Agora, Wahonewa.
Wahunewe.
There's a last word to say, Janet.
Oh, sorry.
Satehodi nigun rodans.
Satehodi Nikon Rodans.
Aguego, Yohunsa, Gayo, Gayuronu, Danu, Agora, Wahoo newe. Sadeoti ni Sadeoti nigorodas.
Good.
Aguengo, Yohunsa, Kayun Runo, Tanu, Agora, Wahonewe, Satehoti Nigurotans.
Aguego. Yohunsa Gayon Rono, Tanu, Agoro. Wahonewe. Zate Hoti Nigon Rodums.
Aguego, Yohunsaga Yohono, Dano, Agoro, Wahonewe, Sadehodi Nigorotas. Say it with Nuni.
Good one.
What does agordo? What is that?
Agora, that's what's others.
Others? Is there any connection there to onagordo, or it's just a
No,
sound?
no.
Okay. All right. Maybe we should arrange that English to Kanienkeha while we're here, so we get it proper. Aguego, Yohotze, that's all of the European Dano. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I'm over there. Yeah.
Wahunawe. What does that mean, Wahunawe?
When they arrived.
And others that came.
Why does that do that? That would be like that.
Sa tehodi negun rodos. Sa tehodi negun rodos. That one word means they're all referred to as one collective.
Yeah, one collective mind.
One
Mind.
collective mind. Okay, write it that way. We can take out. They all think the same way. Okay, are all referred to as one collective mind. All right. Okay, what's after that?
That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, no, that's not true. That was this word that
Okay, they're people of their old country, so we'll have to change the beginning. It'll be Ra'o. N-E-N. Take the O out. Oh, leave it there. Ra'ona hunza gayun. Rono, yeah. Ra'ona hunza gayun. Ra'ona. Break it there. Hunza gayun. Take the H out. Ra'ona hunza gayun. Rono.
Raona, does that mean like they are? Like,
well, what we're talking about was what you started off at the beginning was we only met men. We didn't meet women. So all we met was men. We had never met their women. So we didn't meet their women till later.
Okay, so it's not even people, it's men.
Yeah, men.
They are
males of their own country.
Okay, wait a minute. Waigerdo, in the language, is there some kind of reference that identifies a corruption? If we're just like, if we sent just men somewhere, we know that would only be in war. So is there a word if we're not at war and we send just men, is there something to identify that that's a corruption, knowing that there's supposed to be women with them?
Well, it would be like it would be no longer considered as a male or female. It's a it. It's undescribable, you know, because they don't travel with the women.
There you go. Take out people. It is. Because before that, it's talking about they are all referred to as one collective mind. It is of their old country. But it is, and in brackets, they. They're thinking. They're thinking. Okay. Is that proper? We're not having creative license there, are we? And going outside of the meaning?
No, no.
Is there thinking of their old country? Okay. We didn't say that, did we?
Raonahun Zagayum Rono.
Raonahunza Gayonona. Rono.
Raunahunza gayon rono.
Raunahunsa Gayorono.
Raona Hunsa Gayon Rono. Gayon Rono.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, okay.
Rona unsa gayun. Rono.
Rauna hunsa gayon runo.
Raona Hunsa Gayon Rono.
Rauna hunsaka yoruno. Teo tuatnoni.
It is domination of the life giver. Put on the next line. It is war. Their minds are of war. What time it is?
8:35.
Okay, Aguana Genawaste. Aguana.
Hang on. Just a second. Okay, aguwana.
Genoa state.
Genoa, aguana Genoa oste. And then gudun hetzerat kawas. Okay, word gun, like at the beginning, put a T and apostrophe. Yeah, it's gudun hetze ratkawas. Gudun hetze ratkawas. Okay, I'll read it again. Aguana Genoa aste, gudun hetze ratkawas.
Aguana Genoa. Aguana Genoa state. It is, hey, what's going on there?
Well, it's because I was about to turn it correctly, but then you started. So there you go.
Aguana Genoa state. Agundun hetzerat kawas.
Agun wana jene wahaste tikundun hetzerat gawas.
Agunwana Genoaste, Kundun Hetzerat Gawas.
Agumwana diene waste, digundum hetstera gawas.
Acuana tiene huaste. Kundunetzerat gawas.
Aguana chene waste. Kuntu hetse ragawas.
Agung wana Genoa aste. Gundung hetzerat gawas.
Aguana jene wahaste, tkuntun hetzerat gawas. Teyutwenuni.
Okay, it is our responsibility.
Hang on, there's another one.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Odi nigura. Odi, oh wait. Odi nigura. Go. Odi nigura go. Okay. Odi nigun. Break it there. Odi nigun. Okay, ragon. Then right at the A, put apostrophe. Aderio será, aderio será, okay? And then iwe. Okay. Raudi nigun ragon. Aderio será, iwe.
Rao dene gunragun. Aderio serage iwe.
Raodini gunrago aderio serage iwe.
Raudini Gunragon, Aterio Sarage, Iwe.
Rao dinigun ragun. Derio srage iwe.
Rautininguragon. Aterio saranye iwan.
Rau dinigurago. Aderiu serage iwe.
Ra'o dinigun ragun. Aterio serage iwe.
Raudini gurago, aderio serage iwe. Teyutwenuni.
What?
And now you had said it is our responsibility.
Oh, Guayaguirdo, that Aderio serage. When I'm looking at that or hearing it, I hear the last part, age. And to me, I think of like Ganawage. It's like the place or where we're at. I don't know. This is what I'm reading. So does that refer to?
Right, because their minds are at war. It's always at war. It's like set, like the governor. When you're driving along, you push it, you want to keep it at 50, 100 kilometers. You push that button. So these people, they're robots. they go somewhere and all they say is kill. No matter what, how nice people are to you, just kill. Okay, we just kill. Maybe they didn't even want to do it, but they had no choice.
Okay, so put art of under the Aderio Serage and put war under Iwe. For me, that's an important, again, another important epiphany, understanding of the language. It may not be a big important thing to anybody else, but to me, that's just like last week, I'm starting to grasp connections, between the words, the meanings.
Janet, raise her hand.
Okay, Janet.
Guayguero, so the RIIO, could you relate that to meaning like to make or to create? Because they're making war. I'm just asking.
Well, aderio, okay, aderio is to kill.
Oh.
To kill. It's funny how the language changes now, because there's so many ways to kill. There's a lot of ways to kill. Murder, torture. So there's not just, so we don't just have one word for it. For every way of killing, we have a word for it.
Okay, now we'll go.
See, rio is, look, we say one is a rio, it's a nice steak, got nothing to do with killing, right?
Right, yeah.
So that's where the fluency really is important. The fluency we're lacking by no fault of your own.
Okay, so what does Iwe mean?
Well, that's all I was just gonna say, put war back where it was and Iwe, and their minds of war are at.
But, okay, wait a minute. Aderio is war, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out the English arrangement here. Their minds, but that's war, and Serage is of. Minds.
Yeah, of war. You take the R out. Oh, no, of war. Yeah, of war. Yeah, well, you could leave it. R of war, Iwe, is at. Is at.
Iwe is that?
Yeah, is at. It's set. Is at.
Okay, all right. Okay. So we're not gonna be able to make sense in English. It's gonna be broken.
Well, killing in the mind, just think about it. Doesn't make sense. It never made sense.
Yeah.
You'd have to be sick.
This doesn't make sense. That's correct. This is what we say all the time, that of male dominance, once you get into that mind, that 4-letter word, that it's a maze. And they use illogical logic to get you to stay in the maze, to agree to turn left or right. But the illogical logic is rooted in logic. It's just a twisted logic where when you're hearing it, it doesn't make sense, but it is rooted in something that is true. So this is where what we say, it's a mind, that dirty word, where it's taking things out of order. Like if 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's putting it 3, 4, 2, 1, but you know what it is, you recognize it, and you just say, yeah. But it's what you're saying yeah to isn't what you recognize. You're saying yeah to something that you don't recognize. You're saying yeah to war. So we're gonna arrange this. We're gonna have to spend a couple of minutes here. their minds, war.
Okay. That's it. Put Iwe before Aderio Serago.
Okay,
Por agosto, their minds, Iwe, is of war. Take R out. Take the R right out, A-R-E, remove that, and then put is of under Iwe. Is of, okay, just is of is right under Iwe. And then push war under Aderio Serag.
okay, can you break that Aderio Serage down?
Aderio Serago, that's within war, within a killing war.
Aderio Serage is of killing. Okay, war, the word does not exist.
No,
So killing,
killing is the word.
their mind is of killing. So, okay, let me just ask you this while you're here. Because of now that we can associate things like war and stuff like that, is this the reason why you associate it to Aderio Serage? You say it's war just because of we're used to it now today?
Yeah, that's it, correct.
Okay,
Aderio Serag is the killing. Like you've accepted killing, which is totally unacceptable to the people of the Ganara Seragoa. We already went through that. We were killing each other. It didn't make sense to us. We changed it. So why do we accept it when a European shows up? So our law, that's why our law is as old, the oldest law in the universe. If a people can grasp that killing is not feasible at any time.
okay, all right, we said that already, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how much time do we got?
It's 8:48.
8:48. Okay, maybe we better go over all these words. Oh no, we got time for at least one more phrase. Let's go over it while you're here. I'll read it in English. You look at it in Kanienkeha, and as we go through it, we'll see if there's anything else that's necessary to be put in here. Okay, a longhouse person is to rise and assist whenever anyone is in need of help. In accordance with the two-row wampum, we are obligated to look after all people while they are in our house. Okay, you know what? There's something missing right there. In order for this to be fully understandable, in our house, Turtle Island, it's got to be there in order for everyone to grasp on the scale of which we're speaking of.
Okay, then take Yedero out and put out Noarag there.
Oh, no.
Noarag.
But does that change our house?
Well, no, because house is in there on Guanusko.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. We don't have to say that over. All right, let's just have a further clarification there. Okay, we're never to apply to anything else as the two-row wampum is created under the great law of peace. It is how two opposing sides can come together in peace. It was first presented to the Dutch when the European first came to Turtle Island. As everyone in Turtle Island are identified as Turtle Islanders, all of the European and others that came. Okay, all right, right there. Others that came with him.
Okay, with him. Okay, okay, with him, we'll just change the word. Wahunawe, erase that. Okay, THONA apostrophe do. Take the H out. Tuna do ro apostrophe HON. Tuna do roho.
Tonadoro.
Adoro.
And what does that mean?
They came together. They came as partners.
Natoroho.
Okay, with them, with after the with, put in brackets, partners. Okay, now here, I don't know if we can do this. All are all referred to as one collective mind. Now there, it would be a travesty for us to identify that as a mind because it's a reverse mind. And a reverse mind is not a mind. Killing.
Then you're just right, Sate Hodit Nikun Raksons.
What would that mean?
They have all the bad minds.
Okay, let's keep it as this. Write the English and then you see what you can do with it. Are all referred to as one collective bad mind.
Yeah, that's it. Sate Hodit Nikun Raksons. That's what it really means.
All right, so nothing else needs to be changed there. All right, okay.
No.
What's next? It is their thinking of their old country. It is domination of the life giver. Is that life giver or life givers? Like the whole life-giving force?
Yeah.
Okay, put life givers. Their mind is of killing. That's it.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Do you see anything else that could be thrown into this statement?
Okay, Rodini Goragosa, Aderio Sera, take the E out and put a O-N. Aderio Serago. The minds are within, like within killing.
Okay, Iwe is of.
Yeah.
And Aderio Seragu is in.
Yeah, in killing. Iwe, like it's moving into killing. Iwe is moving. Is take off and put moving in.
You don't have to put the particle in it, Stuart. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Is, okay, take the of out and moving. Iwe means it's moving. Is moving.
Okay, put
Towards
this.
killing. Moving to killing.
Is, okay, so put it like this, is in motion.
Okay, yeah, that's what you want to do.
It doesn't change the meaning, right?
No.
It's moving, motion. moving.
The motion to kill, yeah.
It's in motion because the brain is in motion. It identifies the mechanics that the brain is working, but it's a backwards working brain. Working, it's in motion. And then you said to kill, right?
Yeah.
Is in motion. To kill, of
Yeah.
killing. Would it
To
be
kill.
of killing?
To kill, remove the ing, yeah, there. To kill.
Okay. Their mind is in motion to kill. All right, okay, we'll just do the all the pronunciations now so everybody knows their mics on.
You want to
Go ahead.
Sasrono Ayatiri, or what is it? A longhouse person is to rise and assist. Ukayeri Wanuta Gayadagan Hatsara. Whenever someone is in need of help. Jiniori Hoda Degini de Yohade, in accordance with the Turo Wampum. Onikchi and Tieno ze ongwe sua. We are obligated to look after people. Nono Uguanusku at Noarage, while they are in our house, Turtle Island. Ya noya nahoda ta unstu, when never to apply to anything else. Neji Degini Deohado Gasu, as the Turo Wampum was created, Guyana Rasara Gowas Gona, in the great law of peace. Toniji de Gajokwa Geskona de Yenero is how two opposing sides can come together as one. Jujeratum, Dutch, it was first presented to the Dutch. Waatinikunrayadasta, Sahunewe, when the Europeans came, when the Europeans came at Noaraga to Turtle Island. Okay. Chadeganagara Serage at Noaraga Rono, as of everyone on Turtle Island are identified as Turtle Islanders. Aguego Yohunsagayum Rono, all European, and Agora Tonadoroho, and others that came as partners with him. Satahoditnikun Raksas, are all referred to as one collective bad mind. Okay. Ronohozagayum Rono, it is their thinking of their old country. Aguwana Genoa aste Gudun Hetzerat Gawas, its domination of life givers. Raudit Nigun Ragun Iwe Aderio Seragun, their mind is in motion to kill.
Okay. Okay, I think there's one final phrase missing out of that to complete this. Right at the very end, their mind is in motion to kill, to stop the life giver's force, life-giving force, the life-giving energy, the energy of life, whatever is the proper terminology there in Kanienkeha.
To stop the energy of life.
Yeah. Or the life-giving force, or you know, what do they call it? Like the woman's reproductive system, but the reproductive system of all creation, if there's a terminology for that.
Perpetuation of life. Perpetuation of life.
Oh, and you know what? We shouldn't just leave it as that, to stop the energy. That phrase should say they try to stop.
Essentially would be the follow-up from the previous phrase, their mind is in motion to kill, who try and stop.
Try and stop the energy.
Okay, Tkudun.
Kundun.
Tkudun.
Kundun.
Hetsera. Tkudun hetse.
Tkawis.
Yeah, Tkudun hetsera tkawis. And then right at the A, guwadi. To the H, aguwadi. Right at the A, at the O, the first O.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now dun. Hetsera. Now aona dun hetsera. Kudun hetsera tkawas. Aguwadi ze aona dun hetsera.
Kundun hetzerat gawis. Agun wadinaze. Aodan. Aonadun hetzera.
Kundun hetzerat gawas, agun wadinese, aunadun hetzera.
Kundun hetzerat gawas, agun wadihnese, aunadun hetzera.
The Gudo Hetzerakwas Agun Wadi Nise Aonadun Hetzera.
Kundun Netzerat Kawas, Akuati, Akuati Netze, Aunatu Etzera.
Kundun hetsera gawas agunwa watichneze au natun hetsera.
Guntung Hetzrat Gavas, Gun Wati, Neze, Natung Hetzra.
Kuntun hetzerat gawas, agun wadi nese, aonadon hetzera. Teotuetnoni.
Yeah, really good. You know, you guys are getting really good at all these words, these long words.
Okay, can you record this and add it on to those recordings, Angel?
Yes.
Okay, so what I heard is gonna pronounce just this one phrase, so everybody mute.
3, 2, 1. Tkudun hetzerat kawas. Aguatihnese. Aonadun hetsera. To try and stop the energy of life, the life-giving force.
Okay, so that's it for tonight. We have reconstitution tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a very important, very exciting reconstitution. Anyways, for any of you who have been following that, tomorrow is going to be really exciting. Okay, just the closing. I closed last week, yeah?
Mhm.
All right, Edith, you might as well go ahead and close it.
Oh, well, wagatanuni, agwego gulungwe da narunungwe skatne, Kanienkeha learning. I always forget that word, learning.
Kadewiesta. Yagwadewiesta.
Yagua de Wayesta.
Yeah.
Did you did sista soko, na nagsutan yung dadjus ko panchita, nagan nagsutan nila yung dadjus ko salsa, sapo tekniyo hunsage, Mexican wanerista, yung natahuni yung kinestadista, nantaharage ka ng sasne, Kanienkeha garnawage, na wis niyo hunsage, yung nawarage ka wanoge, tingin tinuwarado, karung wagan niya keso, yung kisota, santana kagarakwa, yung kinistan yung hunsage, agwego kundung hetzerat gawas, tarunya wago dano sa wiskara, sini kanya tarageru, agwego unung kwasung o dano agwe akwatsire, yarinyato yung natayuni dano lo diskare wage, jakun sese de ganawida, wego diane, rodiane, ne yohahiyo, ganigurio, dano gayandawana, kaya narasaragoa, tegini de yohade, ayun kia tagen hadanda warang hetserane, gasatsan serane, kundung hetzerat gawats, kaya ndawana gasatstansarane radiska naragete orihuyo skana gasatstansara dano gariwa warishunsara dano aron hetsarane awekawatsire dano awekatsanhaya neyon kinistani honsake dano nogate na yodaksa eresawet tagari na yote sa wandikura
Grande, Kanienkeha.
Now I'll go.
Ow, ow, ow.